guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. I'm finally, for the first time this week, been able to come to you live because I have lights and power and not rainstorms and all of these lovely things. So if you are popping on, please say hi. If you're watching the replay or live, say hi, and don't forget, if you like what you see, please consider following or subscribing to me, depending on if you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube. So thank you so much for joining me. Today I am doing a bit of a masculine card. So I am using, promised a couple of weeks ago, hey Jenny, I come back and play with Clubhouse, and I've grabbed it out today. So I've got the Clubhouse stamp set, and we're going to make a masculine card. I'm also going to use the dies, and I have grabbed out a piece of paper that is a great cut apart piece of paper. Now these are all available in the Country Club suite. So this is the paperback. I've showed you all that before, and I've just grabbed out this one piece, and I think I'm going to cut out this image and use the guy and this, and yeah. Hey Susan, thank you so much for joining. So it's raining, surprise surprise, here today. I think it stopped. We had a really big rainstorm before. Hey Maureen, thanks for joining. What I think I'm going to do is flick us around and get started, because I have a bit of an idea the direction that I'm going into today. I'm making this from scratch. I just have an idea in my head, so we will sort of journey forth together, as we all say. And I will pop us up live, turn off lights, do all of that. So I hope you're all well in my absence. I know, Shelley, it's so nice to be back and be able to use technology and have food, because having food is really important, because I lost a fridge and a freezer full of food. So hopefully my lovely insurance people cover that for me, which will be wonderful. There we go, that's a bit better. So I've put in a claim. I'm just waiting to hear back from them if they are going to give me the money to cover all the things that I have done. So I'm just going to get myself up. Videos. So everyone's really, oh yes, Susan, I lost electricity for 52 hours. It was not fun, to say the least. Okay, I actually have my video up. Hey Chris, thanks for joining. Okay, just let me move one thing. Sorry, no one heard that. That bowl did not break, so we're all good. We're all going well. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, hey Kathleen, hey Emily, thanks for joining. Just going to see if I can get a live feed. I seem to be pretty clear today, which is good, because I know there's been a lot of infrastructure damage with lots and lots of trees falling because we were so dry. Hey Jay, we were so dry, and now we had like all this amount of rain, and things just didn't cope. So I've showed you the paper before. I do plan on possibly using this golf bag. So I have a bit of it, as I say, I have an idea. I've been thinking about this card, probably not too long. But the main thing I wanted to use is cut up this, it's basically a cut apart sheet. So you've got multiples of all these images, and I'm calling this the A side, and the B side is this great stitched argyle. which, you know, all good. Very golfy, not very me, but we'll see what we shall see. So I'm just going to see. So there are 3 panels. So technically, this should be 4 inches. I'm just saying technically. That appears about right. It helps when the paper doesn't move on you. So 4 inches, that looks great. 3, 6, 9, 12. And this should be 3. I'm just assuming that Stampin' Up sized this all correctly, and this is going to work out perfectly. And do you know what? Look at that. It worked out perfect. She's throwing the china. I know. I put down my handbag and I flicked the side of the bowl. I just had some food out of it. Lucky it was dry food. That sounds terrible. I'm not a dog. It was food that was not wet. And yeah, so it didn't matter if flicking over. So what I thought I might colour these with are our watercolour pencils, because I don't get them out very often. That's if I can open this. Thank you for sharing, guys. I appreciate that. I'm just going to grab out some greens. So I've got garden green. That's Bermuda Bay. That's not going to help. Garden green, old olive. Grab out a brown, which will be early espresso. That works. And I'm assuming I might want a lighter green for the grass. So granny apple green will work. And some blues for the sky and the water. So Bermuda Bay is not going to work. Coastal Cabana will work. That more looks like Bermuda Bay. Night of Navy won't work. Balmy Blue will work. Okay, so I've got all these pencils. So I just keep this in one of our wide stamp storage boxes. So this is meant for our old style wood mount stamps. And I have both sets. So this is set 1. And this one back here is set 2. And I just keep them in the one box. Not Jenny, stop it. Grab white too. Okay, Jay. I'll reopen it and I'll grab white too. White is great for knocking back the intensity of colour. Okay, but I don't want to go too heavy-handed because I don't want to lose the black lines. And I'll probably grab a where is it? My blender pen, just to pull out some colour. So my thoughts are to just, and I'm going to try this on one tree first, and of course I choose the most prominent tree. So I'm just going to go in and hit these areas that already show some shadow. I'm going to grab my blender pen, which just has a blending solution in it. And I'm just going to activate this. So this is a way of watercolouring without using a lot of water. So you can see there you've got the dark to light, which is great. Yes, the guidelines, I love these types of images. And I am just going to grab a scrap piece just in case I go out the lines, because it's already showing you where the dark areas are. So if you don't go with that, you can make the image look a bit skewy as such. And I know my girls in class would be here, they'd still be colouring the first tree, but that's okay. They like precision. I just like laying down colour. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to show that, yes, this is a green tree. Do you want me to see if I can zoom in? This DSP is called Country Clubhouse. I'll pull this plastic down. So it's Country Clubhouse. And they're the colours that are in it. Yes, how did the surgery go? Thank you, Jamie. You can ask all the questions and I'll read all the answers. So I'll just go through and quickly do these. I like colouring not to take a lot of time, which is why I often use blends. I'll go through and I'll hit all of these actually. This is turning out really quick and simple. I love it. And you can see you're just getting that concentration of colour where the shadows are, and then the graduation of where it is not. I just need to lay down a bit more colour on this one. But that's okay. And it just looks perfect. And if by doing this technique I don't lose a lot of the black lines, with a lot of colouring you can lose the black lines very easily with colouring. Okay, cool, no probs. Thank you, Jenny. So I'll just use some, so I've used the garden green up on the big conifer type trees, and I'll use old olive here on this. So I'm just scribbling this off to make sure there's no colour left on it. And now just going to go in here with our old olive, which is lovely. And then I am going to take, so we've used these two, the old olive and the garden green, and I'm just going to go in now with my Granny Apple Green and once again hit these shading points. Once again, you guys know me, my hands don't play nicely, so I'm just, and I do want it all to fade off to white, so I don't want to like heavily colour this whole area. I just want to show hints that, yes, this is green grass. There. Okay, now I'm going to go in. Yes, you do need this set, Jenny. Of course you do. Everyone does. It's great for masculine cards. Jamie, can you tell Bobby that I've already given the dates and to scroll up? Now I can always go in and add more if I feel I need to. But do you know what? I think this is looking pretty good. I've hit all those shading areas. Just want to get a bit in there and a bit under there. But I'm pretty sure I've hit everything and given that nice hint. This isn't the main focal point, so I just need to do that. So Balmy Blue, hang on, let me look. Is Coastal Cabana the right one for the water? Coastal Cabana for the side, Balmy Blue for the water, I think. That looks, although this is coming out a lot darker than our actual Balmy Blue. We'll see how it looks in a second, because I can always use other colours. So I'm just following all these bits, making sure I'm hitting the edges of the water as well, because that will give definition. Right, so you can see it looks pretty. How's your father at the moment? I could, and that's what I'm thinking I can do. But as I said, this isn't my focal piece, so I'm just wanting to give that hint of water, which I think this is looking rather. I do need to add some more of the pencil up there. I'm not good with white pencil, Jamie, so I may need some lessons from you for that. And I also want to try just to get rid of those obvious pencil lines, which is quite easy. So just by going over it lightly, I'm able to eliminate those heavy pencil lines that are really obvious. I love that. Now I'm just going to go in with the Coastal Cabana lightly. Oh no, I need to do my tree trunks. Yes, 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 yes. Like, this isn't going in the Easter show or anything like that. It's just a piece, a bit of easy colouring, nothing award-winning here. Okay. Got a really obvious pencil line there. Great. Now, what I think I'm going to do with this is go in around the trees and the bits I've already got here. So I don't know if these light lines are even showing up, but they're quite light. Because I can't see my feedback, I can only see the chat. And as I say, we can always go back with more. I'll just need it to dry off a little bit. Now this, I don't mind seeing the scribbles, because the sky quite often has those striations in the sky. But I can soften them with the blender. I quite like that. That's very pretty. Oh, okay, I'm done now. Where's the lid? The lid is up here. I didn't use the white because I didn't feel I went too heavy-handed anywhere, and I didn't need that knocked back. Right, so I've got that. I think next, the sky has those those types of striations, and it's not a flat colour. The sky is quite often, I know, I'm all about dropping in some big words. Thanks, Jamie, for doing that for me. Next, our golfer. So this is going to be in the background, and our golfer is going to be in the foreground. This is my thinking. So take our golfer out. I think I'm going to have to use Stays On for this. I think. Yeah, sort of kind of stripes, like the clouds. They're almost my favourite types of clouds too, having those lines across the sky. Okay, so just some normal Whisper White paper. Don't even know. You guys crack me up. Crack me up. Where is my Stays On? That's my Stays On right there. So I think I'm going to stick with the coloured pencils for him, and like do some maybe, oh, I've still got the protective plastic on, guys. No wonder why I was getting no ink out. Seriously. She's a bit special today, I say. Okay. Hope and pray. Dink. Hold it down there for a few seconds for the colour to transfer. Oh, just like I bought one. Look at that. Now, I am going to hit this though with some Stays On cleaner. Because I've got it and I like cleaning my stamps. Done. And I will grab my Stampin scrub and we'll just give that a tinse of a clean off. This is my cleaning side. That's pretty much cleaned up. I will give it a go because I didn't use any of my sprays, so that's actually dry at the moment. Hello, Miss Allison. Oh, I remember that stage. Did we ask what surgery you're having, Jenny? I don't think I did. There we go. I always probably use too much Stampin'. Oh my dear word, that came out beautifully, nice and clean, dry and ready to put away. Okay, so for this dude, I'm thinking Night of Navy slacks, because they're not actual pants. So is this my, no, that's Pacific Point. This is Night of Navy. And maybe like a Cajun Craze shirt, because I think that hits the colours in there. Oh, we have a hat. Hold on. Let me leave these open to the side. I have basic grey because we have shoes. And where did I put that paper? What other colours do we have in the paper? Poppy Parade. Oh, it's actually Crush Curry in the paper. I'm sure I have a Crush Curry. I do. I'll swap out Cajun Craze for Crush Curry. And I don't think I have Poppy Parade, but I have like real red for his cap. Let's do that. I like using the colours that are in the paper already. So same thing, hitting all these marks that are on him, because that's where the dark concentrated colours are going to be. They did so well with this image because this this movement of teeing off is actually quite an unusual body position, so for them to get it so well and accurate, they did a great job with this illustration, I think. Okay, blend the pen back out. Yes, golf club in grey too, that's exactly right. So I've got a couple of grey elements on here. Oops, my MacBook just went to sleep. Hey Kathy, thanks for joining. Okay, I have missed what you're doing. Oh no, that's okay. That's a long stay in hospital, Jenny. It's quite a long stay. Okay. I think I'm kind of happy where this is. So I'm going for the bottom up, and I can't forget doing the ground where he is. Now I'm just thinking I will colour that sole grey and not blend it, and I'll grab back in the Granny Apple Green because it's the same green I used for the ground in this image, in the paper image. Oh, look at that. That just blends so beautifully on that Whisper White paper. And we said we were using, I think I'm leaving his other shoe as is because it would be black and white anyway. So the crushed curry, I may use some pattern paper yet, which is why I'm trying to roughly stay with the colours in the paper. Oh, I wonder what I'm going to use to colour his skin. I'll have to think about that because you've got his neck and his muscly arm. Wish I had muscles like that. I'd actually have to work out hard to get those. Don't laugh, everyone. People who see me walk in real life going, Ellen working out, ha ha ha. Okay, right, I've added all my colour and now for my blending. I don't think he's winning any style awards for these colours, but you know. It's coloured. And what I can always go back and do is add more shading to these areas, which I think will make it really pop. I've just got to let it dry off a bit though, otherwise I'll end up pilling the paper really badly, which I don't want to do. So I can use this same blender pen as long as I clean it off the whole way through. Okay, just going to go in with my Night of Navy and just add a few areas of darker. Just want to highlight those areas that they've already highlighted for me. I don't know, I think that's added some life. I'm not sure I will go over those actually, but tell me your opinion while I continue adding some colour here. And I think I will do a halo around him in the Coastal Cabana like I did around the trees, but I'll show you another way. Oh no, because I'm cutting him out. I'm cutting him out, so that may not work. Do you know what? I'm going to add a really, really light. We'll see if this works for his skin. It does actually. Kind of, sort of. It's enough that his skin isn't white. And grey. The low lights are unblended. Okay, cool. Thanks for that opinion, Jay. I just wanted to lay down that first layer of colour. Of course I go out the lines, but you know, it's me. Oh, I forgot his inner arm here, just with this very light colour. And just leaving his gloves and his shoes uncoloured. I think that looks great. Right, done. Used a lot of colours, but as I say, they're only watercolour, well, they're pencils, so you can use them in various ways. I've done that. I'll close up the box of pencils, my StazOn. Put that up there. Sorry, just getting myself all organised here. I am so not good at colouring, Jenny. Colouring is so not my thing. It's just I enjoy doing it. So I think I want some balls, some golf balls. And just so there's one in the air somewhere. And I want to cut him out. Okay. This can go over here. These can just go off to the side. Right. Die cut machine. Because I've got my magnetic platform down, this should work well. Note the word should. I don't know. Love the fact, sorry if you're seeing my hair, these dies basically hug the outside of the images. This golf club will be the death of me, because if the golf club isn't right, okay, I'm leaving that as is, popping down my golf balls, and we'll cut him out and see what we come up with. Hey Rose, thanks for joining. Why are we God saving me? What did I say? Talented people annoy me. I'm not talented. I've got exactly the same tools as you guys. That worked out fairly well. Now I do have a little picker-upper that I use often. I have my 3 balls. They didn't emboss very well, but that's okay. I have 3 golf balls. They will do for what I want. Okay, those back on, put that back on. Okay, all dies are accounted for. Helps if you put your plates in straight. Mike, you two are terrible. Terrible, terrible. Okay, so I'm assuming this card will pretty much be a landscapey kind of card. I don't know. I haven't worked this out. I haven't thought that far. Okay, let's see if any of these patterns tickle my fancy. I'm not a super duper huge fan of this, but I just want to see if something works for what I'm thinking of. I want something fairly simple. I think the grey is too grey. I think there's enough green in there. I'm possibly thinking this. Why don't we just cut a piece? Because we'll always use it. I know, that's why I'm going to cut this piece and see how we're going, because obviously I want to add a sentiment as well, and this Argyle paper isn't particularly orientation specific. So we'll see how we go. So I've just cut it 1/2 centimetre shy of a card front, and we'll do some, this may not work either, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. Okay, I think I need to trim this down some more. Or does that look good? And then I add a sentiment. It's a tiny bit warped. I'm still thinking I need to trim this down a touch. So let's do that now. I don't believe that, Mark. You heard exactly what I said. Okay. See, I don't think I can take much off the top over the height. I think I can really only take it off the sides, to tell you the truth. And take a touch more off. I'm going to even take just a touch more and leave it right there. Just make sure that's straight. Yes, it is. Right, so I've just cut off, I don't know, 1/2 centimetre, something like that. Ah, okay. Yes, that's what I'm thinking on the Night of Navy. So, and maybe I don't need my golf ball at all, but I had them, I like him being over the edge there, though it sort of connects them. But I know what you mean, this needs a bit of an edge, so I'll grab some Night of Navy, Jamie. Okay. I don't know that I have, those scraps aren't big enough. I don't think these scraps are big enough. So full sheet it is. I never mind using a full sheet if I don't have the right amount of scraps. Right. So that just frames that nicely. Okay, now trim it back down. Never ever goes anywhere. Just going to see if I can get my stream up again, because I sort of lost it. I should have my stamp set over there. Right, so we said this was, was 3. So if I go 3 1/4, that will be lovely. And then I knocked this side back quite a lot. That works lovely. Okay. So that's about there. So if I go here, that should work. And if I need to grab any more tiny bits off, I can use my trimmer that you can only get by joining my team at the moment. David, your Amazon order came at sitting on the table. Oh, okay, cool. I was about to go live and the delivery lady came to the door. Then my name was on the package, but the package wasn't for me. Very sad when that happens. I don't think I have anything I'm waiting for at the moment. I'm being good. I paid off all my bills today, so, well, except for the big one I live in, but you know, that's a forever bill. I feel like it's going to be a forever bill. Okay, that's good. That works really, really nicely. That just gives it a bit of a... Get this out of the way now that I'm finished colouring. That's nice. I like that. And then our golfer dude can go like there. Although I think I want to pop him up. I think I'm happy to glue this down. Ha! No, I have no money left. I know. And my parents did it when I was about my eldest age, so about Lachlan's age. My parents paid off their mortgage, so like I'm just there going, oh my god, I can't imagine doing that. Come back. Okay, so I'm just trying to make this even-ish. Emphasis on the ish. Louisa's whining outside. So it's good I've got the stitch lines. I can line it up nicely with the stitch lines. And I think I'm going to have to use both lots of my dimensionals here. Scissors. But I prefer to have a house over my head and a mortgage paid than not to have a roof over my head. I don't know, no one in my family as far as I know. Oh, I shouldn't lie. My uncle rents from himself and his brother. So, you know, bit weird, but it works. Just want to, I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything. I'm not the fiddly farty type that's going to cut one of these in half for the end of the head of that golf club. So yeah, that just ain't gonna happen. Now I am being a bit more generous than normal because he's quite tall, our golfer man. So she's more the northern side of the Central Coast and I'm more the mid-Central Coast. I'm fairly close to Gosford. That didn't come off. I had to trim my nails last night, so I'm not coping apparently today. My beautician and a lady that does my nails is, I'm not seeing her for another 2 weeks and my nails were so long. I was getting them caught on things and they were really starting to hurt, so took matters into my own hands and trimmed them and filed them last night. But they're still pretty, they're just really grown out. But that's okay. I have to dream about what colour I want in 2 weeks' time, because not that I'm over this colour, but I need a change. Good thing about placing it down and not pushing it down is I can just pop this up, because I want it even, but I don't want, that's better. Okay, that's our golfer dude down. I have this little dish on my desk for a purpose, for all my little scraps, and I forgot to use it today. Now, I'm not sure if these golf balls are really going to work now, because I sort of have visions of it being orientated the other way. Unless I put a golf ball like right there. Really sad it didn't emboss though. Would have looked really cool, but you know, I could put one in there. I don't know if that looks weird. And I was thinking they are my own nails underneath, yes. They just have gel coating on the top. I was thinking of using the tuft, but I really don't think we need it because there's not much space. And the only other thing I was thinking was a sentiment, and I'm not sure I even need a sentiment. So while I think about the sentiment or hear from you guys, I am going to look for a card base. So we said we used crushed curry, I'm sure. So I'm going to see how crushed curry looks. Daffodil Delight. Oh, no, I'm going into my Regals colours, girls. Long way down over here, even though I use them a lot. Crushed curry. I think that'll look nice. It'll just make everything pop, I think. I don't know if this, I don't think this is the correct size because it's not scored. 10 and a half. And score this. Now it's a card base. Glad to see you now married, Jenny. Congratulations. Now, I do like this Happy Father's Day thing, but, you know, we haven't got Father's Day till September. So I can't say I'm a huge fan of using Father's Day things now because our Father's Days, I think, around the world are totally different. Fair enough. I think this will, golf ball went. So were we a fan of where I had the golf ball or no? And sentiment or no sentiment? I am thinking we might need another pop of this crushed curry, because the one in his shirt's a bit dull, but the crushed curry card base certainly does make the other colours pop. Doesn't look so dull, it just lifts them into life. Okay, done. Like that. Really like that. No ball, no ball. What about sentiment? Come on, ball. I may just grab it out just to give it... Oh, do you know what I could have done? I don't know if it would. No, spatially it wouldn't have worked. The T stamp, no. T stamp wasn't going to work. Because I think if I put the happy birthday, you think it needs a sentiment. Okay. I was just going to keep it simple and use a happy birthday, but it's a matter of where it would go, and that's the thing. I don't necessarily want to cover any of my colouring, and I would need to die cut it to put it down here. Okay, I'm just going to try it because I can always keep it, because happy birthday sentiment is always a good one to have on hand. Yeah, that's... Oh, I did it again. And I think, no, only a touch stays on myself. Okay. I always leave it there for a few seconds, especially with sentiments. That's not very black. I'm going to change to my memento because I know I'll get a blacker image. And it could just be that my Stays On needs re-inking. I should be using my Stamparatus. I know I can hear you all. But this is only a scrap of paper. None of them are really what I want. Rah! Yes, Mum. Away, Mum. That's the best one. Right, done, sold. And it will be this banner. I think it goes with this banner. Yes, perfect. Move the card out of the way briefly so I can get my die cut machine back in. Right. And then I'm done. Just a teeny tiny sentiment. Well, it's not teeny tiny, but it's a great little... I line that up perfectly. When does that ever happen that you don't have to wiggle it? Like, it never happens to me. That did come off. Right. Done, 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 done. Then this can be a birthday card for my dad in August. I could go Night of Navy, but I've got enough black in the background that it is going to work. Oh my God's sakes. I think Jamie was right, just tucked under the golfer. Popping out there works perfectly, and I'm thinking I want to use some little dimensionals as well. Yes, that die is back on the sheet, so then that way I won't have lost it, because still got missing stamp, Jamie. I will find that sympathy stamp one day and I will cry. Okay, so just 3 so we don't have a saggy middle, even though I do own a saggy wheel. Boom, boom. Yes, embossing it in black would have also looked really, really nice. And now I've got dropsies. Awesome. Yay. And girls, don't forget I do have a class this weekend. If any of you wanted to come, we're going to be playing with pigment sprinkles, which I have played with you girls on here a few times. Okay, right, that works perfectly because it's connected to all the focal images and it doesn't take away the white space of the pattern paper. So that is our card. I've emptied all my bits, put some things away, and I will show you what we have used today. So I've used all of these watercolor pencils. Helps if the bone folder goes where it's told. We used the golf club dies, and we used this paper and these papers from the Country Clubhouse suite. So this is, look, some simple colouring with our watercolour pencils using the pattern paper, which was great. We did some colouring after stamping out our golfing man, which is good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really happy with this one, actually. Really, really happy. So it turned out much better than I expected, but not quite what I expected, if that makes sense. So I will be back on Tuesday because I have class this weekend and I have some sporting things on Saturday with the boys. So yes, only one live this week because of all my power issues earlier in the week. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have an amazing weekend and I will see you next time. Bye.